The next item is the state of the utility. Mr. Burke?
Great, thank you, Director Green, and I'll kind of go through this. I know we have some pretty important presentations that'll be following, so I'll kind of step through it as quickly as possible. And
We're having some technical difficulties
I understand
today.
that, so I'm going to continue to move forward. I'm going to start from our generation side and work to our community roles and some of the activities that we've been doing. But I'll let you know our Nebraska City 1 remained in service through the entire month of October. And it's been in service for 109 consecutive days, capacity factor of about 90%. Nebraska City 2 remained in service for the entire month of October and has been in continuous service for 111 days at over 90% capacity factor. Our lean fossil activity continues with our operations on our generating side of the business. We had our final kind of report out of that group, and John and his leadership team and the whole lean initiative team has done a great job to identify opportunities for improved savings across our generation fleet, and we'll continue that, and our hopes is to report that to the board in December and the outcome of our most recent lean activity around our organization. On the safety side, North Omaha Station has gone, and it kind of ties in with the strategic directive today, or at least a monitoring report. Our North Omaha Station has gone 280 days since its last DART injury and 257 days since the last accident of any type. Our peaking stations have surpassed 22 years without a lost time injury or lost time accident. So it's a pretty significant commitment that we shared with the board today on our safety. And again, as OPPD moves forward, we're really seeing this year to be the safest year we've had in the 70 years of OPPD's history. And it has to do with the commitment of the senior team, commitment of our management and employees, the men and women of OPPD, to make sure that we're operating safely across our organization. Renewable energy contributed to about 20% of OPPD's retail energy sales in October 2016. The capacity factor for our wind was 49.8%, almost 50%. Year to date, renewable energy has contributed to about 15.5% of our retail energy, and the capacity factor to date has been 44.8%. Fort Calhoun, obviously we did a briefing with the board today in open session on our nuclear oversight committee on kind of what's going on with Fort Calhoun. The Fort Calhoun shutdown occurred on October 24th. Defueling was completed on November 10th, and the team performed exceptionally well during the coast down and the defueling. And I know both Shane and John and Mary talked very highly of the nuclear safety, industrial safety, environmental safety, radiological safety focus that our men and women had at Fort Calhoun to coast down power, to essentially trip the plant and defuel the plant without incident. And is doing just an exceptional job. And so their continued focus on operational excellence is certainly noted and appreciated. And then several members of the management, senior management team will be out at Fort Calhoun on Monday for our open house meetings out there, and we will certainly compliment them on the great work that they've done as we went through coast down and defueling, and do it in a very nuclear professional manner. On the energy delivery side, the transmission and distribution system operated with high reliability. We reported on the reliability monitoring report last month, but we're certainly in the 4 nines kind of range of reliability. So our system continues to operate at kind of top decile performance. The Midwest Transmission Project, it's about a 185-mile line between Kansas City and our Nebraska City plant, has been commissioned, and it will be energized by the end of the year. And our distribution and side of the business has also gone through its lean activity, and that team had its final report out. We're now in the process to implement a variety of initiatives to improve processes, to improve ways that we can become more reliable, but also ways that we can become more cost effective. And so Mo and the team, the management team, has done a great job there, and the members of the lean team really spent the last 16 weeks identifying ways which we can essentially improve our operations on the distribution side. And that kind of activity will go throughout the whole organization, and we'll report on that as we get significant components of that completed. And the two items I just want to talk about, the OPPD family and the OPPD team, is one, it's our month of giving. It kicks off and runs through November 30th. And so we have a variety of activities going around at OPPD. Those that might have been in the atrium area saw a variety of things going on to support our month of giving, where we have employees working with Heartland Family Services and the Open Door Mission and the food banks, but they are doing a variety of work throughout the month of November, not only in the evenings but also on weekends as well. And it really, they're living out our core values, which we've identified, which is passion to serve, honoring our community, and caring for each other. And in that process, we're also trying to engage, obviously, all of our employees around the United Way campaign as well, and they're doing a great job. And then we have over 400 employees who have volunteered to serve in American Armed Forces that work here at OPPD. And obviously, since this is Veterans Day, wasn't too many days ago, it's really recognizing our men and women who have been in the military, and many of them had the opportunity to participate in the Defenders of Freedom Parade down in Bellevue, and specifically Patrick Daniel, one of our technology and innovation specialists and a veteran, represented OPPD, and obviously we had a good contingent there. It is an employee resource group that we have developed, OPPD Veterans Group, that, by the way, I think Bart Sedke is the executive sponsor for. So it's just an ongoing way for us to recognize our veterans, but also an opportunity for us to assist them in their development here at OPPD. And with that, concludes the State of the Utility report.